So it seems like we're live. I just want to double check that. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, we're definitely live. Sorry about that, guys. Give me a sec. Let me know how the stream is going. Okay, perfect. Well, for those who are watching this when it's not live, hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Anthony. Um, it's Crypto Simple here. So let's just discuss about Cardano, some news. I just want to talk. Let's just take a look at what is being released. What are the markets are talking about? Market sentiment, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how it is right now. And so currently, right now, Cardano is 11th in terms of coin market cap. Um, at 5.9866 cents. It did retrace for a bit. It definitely did. It has retraced for quite a while. As you can see, I mean, for all of 20, I'm gonna say middle of 2018 to as of right now, all of 2019 was just a bear market, right? Just slow accumulation for this project, and for those who haven't been accumulating, obviously this is not financial advice, but I was accumulating since then, man. I was every time I saw Cardano that was under $1 billion. I mean, I just because I saw the potential of it, right? I just kept accumulating as much as I could financially could possible. It's something that I take pride in because I actually do really appreciate this project. I think this project is something that is undervalued in terms of this marketplace. And what is it going to be? So, I mean, let's just take a look at the first um, aspect, which is Shelly Testnet proving impressive numbers on Cardano, right? So, off the bat, for those who don't know, we're in the testnet, right? So the incentivized testnet has also brought in more than 15,000 users ever since its launch in the community. So I've made previous videos about Cardano with the network effect. Is ADA? How is it going to create an incentive for individuals to hold the cryptocurrency, right? So, um, based on these reports, Shelly's testnets have more than 1,000 registered users with more than 650 pools that are active, right? So that's huge. The fact of the matter is there's more and more people who are using this cryptocurrency, obviously just for basic transactions, but we're not able to build with the cryptocurrency just yet with ADA because of Gogan not being released with smart contracts. But the fact that we're transitioning to this proof of stake blockchain is something that's very interesting to me. I mean, I agree with the concept of proof of stake, and I think that it's something that can be that a lot of cryptocurrencies and institutional investors will soon and very well value because of what it can provide for individual investors and more importantly custodial institutional investors as well. So according to the recently publication, testnet has also recorded remarkable growth in its network stability as well as support from the community. So like even just for myself making this video, I feel like that's my way of contributing to the Cardano effect, right? I watch the Cardano effect podcast, and I think that it's very. I like the podcast as well. So I mean that's the first topic of the news there. I just wanted to bring up TradingView as well. Like I don't think I've mentioned this, but I'm not. I understand technical analysis, and we can take a look at the full interactive charts. But for me, technical analysis just provides the sentiment of the market. You look at sentiment based on this market, right? So let's take a look at a whole 5-year plan here. 5 year. Let me just go all here. Give me a sec, guys. Instead of the monthly, we'll go on a daily time frame, and let's just take a look at how Cardano has been doing since its inception. It's not showing the time frame from 2017, but as you can see, through the beginning of 2020, just like all other cryptocurrencies, we're slowly building up Cardano, right? And that's always a good sign. I remember in April of 2019, we also had that same movement, and then obviously we consolidated back to support levels. But more importantly, with cryptocurrencies and just Cardano in general, it's all about just understanding if you're going to be looking at technical analysis, because myself, I'm not the best technical analyst there. I mean, I can give you that reassurance. I'm not the best, but I understand the concept of what it is, and it's a really good understanding. It's something it gives you really good indicators of what could be potential in Cardano, right? So with Cardano in particular, I think that myself, I like I said, not financial advice, but I'm just going to continue to accumulate because back then, let's take a look at coin market cap. I just wanted to visualize, just for the viewers, 2017, we went up to a $25 billion market cap, 27 billion according here. And I mean, that's huge, guys. Like, I can't even tell you that it was just based on speculation, but Cardano is slowly becoming a fundamentally strong project. When the release of Shelly comes out with Goguen, it's going to be a very strong cryptocurrency. And we're in the top. We trend from like the top 12 to top 10. But I think Cardano is. I'm very bullish on it, and it's not just because it's. I mean, full disclosure, I have invested in Cardano. I have a fair amount of ADA, but I still feel that with Cardano, all its research. I mean, let's take a look at their code. Give me a sec. Let's take a look at their code. I feel like that's so important to understand what I mean by that. The fact that their cryptocurrency, like they are continuously building in Cardano. Look at this. Like the last commits, they've committed 16,994. Right, like it's a fair amount of commits, and we can take a look at all these type of developments. And obviously, there's some that were being worked on 2 years ago, but then there's some that we're working on 7 days ago, right? So Cardano is something that is continuously being built. So props to IOHK. I can't even tell you. They have been so professional throughout this matter. I mean, I had a comment on my last video about how do you portray kind of the delays. What do you think about that, and how do you justify that? And like I was mentioning in the video itself, is honestly there are going to be delays in some projects. Not all projects are so precise in terms of their release dates, and because this is such a there's so many moving parts with Cardano, the blockchain itself. This is code that's being written, so there could be mistakes that are happening. There could be unexpected issues that are created, but that occur, then you have to fix those, right? So I mean, it's good to express some form of patience here, especially considering the team and their vision for this project. I mean, it's something that you can't really. It's something that if it all turns out to their plan, if it pans out, so to speak, I mean, all you can do is just thank yourself for just being in this market, right? So let's take a look at the news here. Uh, this was very interesting. I noticed right here. Cardano makes more inroads and donates $500,000 worth of ADA to the University of Wyoming for blockchain. So in terms of that, I mean, it's supporting blockchain research, and that's one thing Cardano has always continuously done. They believe in research. They're an academic research project. They value formal verification. A lot of cryptocurrencies, I mean, there are a good amount that do that, but I feel like it's necessary for you to do that, especially for something like blockchain, because blockchain is it's in its infancy stage, and with more and more individuals researching upon it, you can actually find solutions to these problems that no one would have thought of, and you have to create research papers to cite it, right? It's a form of citations that can be created. So eventually, when like say for instance here, indeed of late Cardano has been a charm offensive, trying to take its blockchain-based solution mainstream, as well as shore up for the support for ADA. The company even sought to partner with various governments, right? So, I mean, if you're going to be looking to partner up with governments and huge financial institutions, there has to be a form of professionalism that has to be occurring there. So, um, sorry guys, I just got a sex here. So, in regards to that, I mean, $500,000 worth of ADA to University of Wyoming is a it's a huge amount. It's something that you can't really knock, and for something like that, it's providing resources for for this university, and they can eventually become contributors to ventures of Cardano, right? It's growing the network effect of Cardano, and long term goals, here it is, doesn't fund the select blockchain research and learning projects for the sake of it. Rather, CEO and founder Charles Hoskinson and the company at large have a long term goal, which is to get many young learners as possible interested in blockchain development and precisely on the Cardano network. So what they're doing is they're not thinking about 5 years from now. They're thinking about 10 years from now, where you provide them some form of academic, you provide them with some form of incentive, you provide them with finances so they can allow themselves to actually research on the specific cryptocurrency. So eventually, when they do become more, young individuals learn about what Cardano is, they can use that to build solutions for problems in the future. And I think that is very, very a great way of building of just building the network effect, right? So as you can see here, Popularized Cardano is a viable project capable of handling various issues or concerns within both the corporate and public institutions. It's a win-win for everyone, and I agree with that. So let's take a look here. This is another really cool point that I was reading as well. So Hoskinson thinks Cardano's powered stablecoin will blow everyone out of the water. I mean, Charles Hoskinson has mentioned that Cardano will blow everyone out of the water. I mean, I do believe in it. It's just, I just want to see some more. I just want to see some I wouldn't say action, but I just want to see some results. I think that's a fair statement, and it's not to knock Cardano or anything like that. It's just to say that we'll see, and I can very well believe that it can blow everyone out of the water. It's just I want to make sure, I want to see everything, all the actions being taken, and I want to see some releases. So in terms of a stable coin in Cardano, now for those who don't know, having a stable coin on Cardano would increase demand for ADA. It's like Ethereum's DAI. Okay, spread like wildfire on Twitter. The news making headlines in crypto media. The hype surrounding stable coins in Cardano. I think the harder timing calming down when Hoskinson addressed the issue again. So it'll have a huge benefit for Cardano and as well as for the ADA holders, because a stable coin can actually provide. So let's just read this. The prospective stablecoin gets launched on Cardano using its native cryptocurrency called ADA as part of its central bank mechanism. It would create more demand for the underlying asset, and it'll increase both ADA's price and use cases. Now, for those who don't know, stablecoins are very essential because it's another form of, it's like the tether. As you can see here, it provides you huge advantages over other stablecoins such as USD Tether and USD Coin, right? So it it's like creating decentralized autonomy. Like, I can't even express how interesting this is. Having a stablecoin for your cryptocurrency, it'll just provide more and more use cases for the project. Bottom line, right? And that's what you want to see. You want to see immense growth, because the reason why I'm mentioning that is because if you remember back in 2017, where it's Ethereum. So Ethereum was huge in the ICO market. They were the ones who were launching so many ICOs, and all these projects were being built on Ethereum. That's a smart contract. Cardano will eventually get there, but stable coins are, and decentral and DAI, MakerDAO, DeFi. It's DeFi. The DeFi space is continuously growing within cryptocurrencies. That's the one thing that I feel is going to be the main catalyst for all cryptocurrencies. Eventually, you're going to have to implement DeFi, decentralized finance, with your cryptocurrency, because it's something that is the biggest use case, finance is huge in the world, huge, and providing blockchain and integrating blockchain technology with finance can provide more incentives for investors. They can provide more security, scalability, and obviously interoperability with other blockchains. But decentralized finance is providing incentive for holders. And that's why I'm so excited to see. That's why when I saw the stablecoin, I was very interested in that. So that's just the news here today. Um, if you enjoyed this live stream, consider subscribing, liking down below, commenting if you have any other, kind of some feedback for me, some form of constructive criticism as well. I love to take that. I think that I just want to create more content for Cardano and other cryptocurrencies as well. I don't want to just be subjected to Cardano, but I think Cardano is something that I'm so interested in. Like I said, not financial advice, but if you did enjoy the content, definitely consider subscribing down below. But until next time, take care.